And there is not a reproduction car out there. There's not a fake car out there. These are all genuine, real, and some of them are worth up to $3 million, dude. 3 mil. They're rolling.
All right, Craig Bennett, pole sitter, leading him down towards turn number 1, followed by his brother. They're the 2 black cars, the shadow cars. 101 and 102, they'll be on the front row. Greg and Kurt Bennett out of Michigan in the 1974 Shadows. The field now headed down towards turn number 1, which is going to be a good passing area for this race. Also back up by turn number 9 after the short chute or the back straightaway. Now you're looking at turn 1 on your big screens as the field makes their way around turn 1. Now into the fountain area by Bubba Gumps, driver right. Around the fountain. Now they're into the narrowest portion of the racetrack. Not a lot of passing in there. Very narrow. They're going to be heading up towards Shoreline, going the opposite way, and headed up towards Pine. Now you're looking from Pine at the field, headed up towards the left-hander, up by the Hyatt. And up towards turn number 8. Now this corner's a little tricky right here. Every year it sucks a lot of them into the wall and into the tire barrier right there. Very important corner though, because it's onto the back chutes. They want to get off that corner good. Makes a big difference down into turn 9. It's a hard braking area and a great place to pass into turn number 9.
This is an official announcement. We're 1 hour and 5 minutes away from the IMSA race. 1 hour and 5 minutes away from the IMSA race. And here comes your first race of the weekend, the Can-Am Challenge.
All right, the field now up into, headed towards the hairpin, Route 10. And on to Shoreline they come. Those of you in the grandstands on Shoreline, let's make some noise and show them some color. Take your hat off, wave it at them. They can see you in those grandstands. Thank you so much. You guys are so good. Listen to these cars. Listen to them. Look at the wing on the 75 car. 75, that's Brian Blaine out of Visalia with that big wing on that car. That's a 69 Lola. There's another one with a big wing, the number 2 car. Robert Ryan, the 68 McLaren. Field's starting to pick up the pace now. Behind the pace cars. Into turn number 1. Once again, the shadows. 2 black cars, the 101 and 102. Craig Bennett and his brother, Kurt Bennett, on the front row. Now the field by the Aquarium of the Pacific. If you have not visited the Aquarium of the Pacific, one of the best aquariums in the country, yeah, you definitely got to check it out. It's right there, driver's left. Now the field, they're looking at the Pine Street. Shoreline coming back the opposite way in a left-hander onto Pine. How cool are these cars from the 70s? 1,000 horsepower, unlimited. If you wanted a wing, put a wing on. Some of them have some massive wings too. Now onto the back straightaway, headed down towards turn number 9.
Looks like we're expecting a green this time.
some heat in the tires. Headed up towards the hairpin. We'll watch for a potential green flag this time around. Still behind the pace cars. Up around the hairpin. One pace car pulling off. Second pace car pulls off. We're looking for a potential green flag. Can-Am Racing. Pole sitter. They're off. They're green. Headed towards turn number 1. The 101 machine of Craig Bennett in the shadow. His brother Kirk Bennett right behind him. So it's 101 and 102. Up around the turn 1, now into turn 2, around the fountain. Your leader, 101, Craig Bennett, out of Michigan in the 74 shadow. His brother, Kirk Bennett, running in the second spot in the 102. Looks like the field cleanly around the first few corners. Once again, as Bruce pointed out, some of these cars are worth up to $3 million, so you want to be a little careful on your passing.
Some of the drivers are not worth $3 million.
So, yeah, no, you want to be really careful when you're passing. You want to make sure you have a nice, clean pass. You don't want to give them a chrome horn in the Can-Am race. All right, here comes the field. We put one lap in the books.
Get your cameras ready.
Yeah, get your cameras ready.
While they're all still running, get a shot.
And it is the 101, trying to pull away from his brother. 51 runs in the third spot. 51, Claude Mollett runs in the third spot. Followed by the 22. Elijah Burkhoff runs in the fourth spot, followed by the 75. 75 is running in the fifth spot. That's Brian Blaine in the 69 Lola. That's a good battle. You're watching it on your big screen. That's the 75 right there, Brian Blaine. 69 Lola. Trying to hold off the 6. Marquand out of San Marcos, the 67 McLaren, trying to get by the 75.
The 6 is running out of patience.
Yes. Oh, under braking the 6, down at turn 9, makes the pass. And the 6. Marquand out of San Marcos in the 67 McLaren. He moves up the position. Still 101 out in front. 101 Craig Bennett, followed by Kirk Bennett in the 102. The two shadow cars are out front, 1 and 2. 51 is running in the third spot. Claude Mollett in the 71 Lola. Fourth spot is the 22. Elijah Burkhoff in the 70. Yeah, battling up front, the two shadow cars. Real close together. Headed up high. Look at this. The 102 makes the pass and goes out in front. Kirk Bennett. Now his brother Craig, who was the quickest in yesterday in their qualifying session, is going to chase down his brother. I asked him earlier when I interviewed him, I said, is there any brotherly love there? And I asked Kirk that, and he said, well, he said, my brother Craig's faster than me, and Kirk's the one that just made a pass on his brother. Well, shadow cars are getting with the program here on Shoreline. So it's the 51. 51 still running in the third spot. Claude Mollett. There's the 6th. 6th has moved up to 6th. That's Dan Crowdery. Crowdery arriving at 66 Lola. Seventh is the 22B. Scott Demek in the 74 Sting. Good bunch of them underneath the Toyota bridge right now, headed down towards turn number 1. Here's your leaders. Coming up on some lap traffic, it looks like. Lap traffic getting out of the way. Here's your leaders here. 102 and 101, the shadow car. 12 is a lap down. Looking at the field, headed into turn number 1. 102, Kurt Bennett in front. 101. Craig Bennett, his brother, there they are, around the fence. 1 and 2 to the shadow cars out of 1974. Jackie Oliver with that 101, the 74 championship and also the manufacturer's championship in 1974. And here comes the pass. Oh, the 101 was looking at him as they head on to Pine. Still Kurt Bennett, followed by his brother Craig. Craig, check that. Now onto the back straightaway. More lap traffic. The 26 about ready to be lapped. That's Robert Hardison out of Phoenix. It's about ready to be lapped. The leaders, we're watching for them to come out of the hairpin. Here they come into the hairpin. A whole bunch of them at the back of the field. This is going to get interesting because they're coming up on a bunch of lap traffic. There's your leaders across the start-finish line now. Yeah, swapping position. The 22 gets by the 6. The 22 gets by the 6. That's a good battle on the racetrack, the 22 and the 6. And that battle is coming to you on the Shoreline. 22B and 6. 51 still runs in the 3rd spot. Claude Millette, the 71 Lola. 4th is the 22. Elijah Burkhoff, the 70 TI 22 Mark II. The battle on your big screen right now as they're trying to make their way through the lap traffic. Boy, they are moving. The shadow cars on the back straightaway right now, headed towards turn number 9. And the 101, Craig, takes over the lead from his brother in turn 9. So it's Craig Bennett, the 101 out in front. His brother, 102, Kurt Bennett, running in the 2nd spot. They're up at the hairpin. Here comes that battle for the lead. Underneath the Port of Long Beach Bridge. And his brother, Craig Bennett, starting to pull away. Craig trying to pull away from his brother, Kurt, as they hit turn number 1. Here it is, very hard braking down into turn number 1. Craig Bennett leads it. Here comes his brother, Kurt.
We're halfway on time. We are halfway on time.
We are halfway on time. Picking up the field on the big screen right here. 101 out in front. Craig Bennett, followed by his brother Kurt Bennett. Headed towards turn number 8, onto the back straightaway. The The shadow cars are just absolutely just flying around this racetrack and pulling away from the whole field. All right, here's your leader, picking him up once again on the big screen. 101, Greg Bennett, again into lap traffic. His brother Kurt Bennett in the shadow cars around the fountains right now, coming up on that 25 car, a very historical car right there, very narrow on the racetrack. He gets by the 25. 25, that's the one that Paul Newman got his start in road racing for the movie Winning. He just passed Norm Proudry in that car number 25, the historical car that Paul Newman drove in the movie Winning. Here's your leader up underneath the Ducati bridge, headed onto the back chute. 101, Craig Bennett, the 74 Shadow. His brother trying to chase him down. Here it is, hard braking into 9. They've made their way through the lap traffic now. We got a yellow flag out. Looks like turn 10. Yellow flag out for Robert Bryant with a 68 McLaren. The leaders around the hairpin. Across the start finish line they come. The two shadow cars.
So far, that's a local only yellow.
Local only yellow. Yeah, good battle for third and fourth. The 52. Joseph DiLoretto. 51's in there as well. 51, Claude Millette. We're looking on the big screen right now at the number 2 car that had a problem. There's a local yellow out in turn number 10 for Robert Bryant. Robert Bryant in that 68 McLaren. So it's a local yellow. We're still green. The rest of the racetrack. The leaders back and forth. 1 and 2. 102 goes out in front. 102. Kurt Bennett takes the lead from his brother. They're going back and forth. Neither one of them letting each other go. Now it's the 101 in front. 101 Craig Bennett in front. 102 Kurt Bennett running second.
Approximately 6 minutes left in the event. Approximately 6 minutes left.
The leaders out of the hairpin. Here come the leaders coming up on some lap traffic once again. 27 about been ready to be lapped. Here comes the battle for third and fourth. Third place. That's third place right there. Claude Millette. There's fourth, 22. Elijah Kirchhoff running in the 4 spot. So your top 3, once again, 101, 102, and 51. Looking at that battle for the lead, the 2 Bennett brothers going at it, hammer and tong. Greg Bennett, followed by his brother Kurt Bennett. And once again, Kurt told me that his brother's a lot faster than he is, but that's not showing right now, is it? Kurt's staying with his brother right now. Little brotherly love. Until it gets to that last lap, we might see some brotherly love. All right, the leaders around the hairpin, on the shoreline. Here they come. Shadow car. Once again, that 101 machine that was out in front. took home the 74 championship of Can-Am with Jackie Oliver, and also the manufacturer's championship in 74. They want to win here in the Can-Am race in Long Beach. Approximately 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. 51 continues to run in the third spot. Claude Millette. Good battle on the front straightaway. The 22 running in the fourth spot. Elijah Burkhoff in that 70 TI-22 Mark II. Here's your battle for the lead right now, onto the back straightaway, headed towards turn number 9. Hard braking in there. Underneath the Firestone Bridge they come, headed up towards the hairpin. Looking for the checkered flag. Checker flag is out. Oh my, side by side for the win. And it was the 101 that got there. What a race. What a race. The two brothers going at it. How close was that? The 101 of Greg and his brother Kurt Bennett, the 274 Shadow cars. Wow, what a finish. Third spot unofficially, we have the 51 Claude Millette, and then the 22 Elijah Burkhoff in fourth, followed by the 55 Eric Haga. And I'd like to thank Megan Flanders for doing a wonderful job scoring. Thank you, Megan.
And you should get your notes on your top 3 because you're on your way to passing out the first trophies of the weekend, dude.
Right.
Get your cameras on them one more time if they're coming by you, because this is the last time you're going to see these beauties here, unless we get lucky enough to have them back next year. Can-Am cars, a throwback era to the times of the 60s and 70s when we were still figuring out aerodynamics and rule books were simpler and shorter. Atop the big screen TV near you is the order as they cross the finish line, we think. There was no real good electronic timing and scoring on that, at least not for us. We ran a chart. We did it old school, just like the race in itself. Come on, get another picture of them. Talk to them. Here they come, the top 3 to victory circle. They should be stopping right about there.